finna get rich. Finna go dumb, new bezel on the wrist. Grind so long just to live like this. She didn't wanna fuck then, but I still hit. Still on my mind, don't ever make sense. Hate if you want, but the kid never quit. I don't need keys when I start my whip. I don't need a bitch, I just need more M's. Smash through the red like this whip that I'm in. Got a 10-piece going back to the crib. Playing my music, remember my shit. Still dropping music.
Live from Reno Valley, California. Yeah.
Blaming on the way we came up. Only became bangers because they tried to tame us. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. Knew if they was gonna see the picture.
Let's go.
I had to become a painter. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. And the homies only became bangers because they tried to tame us. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. Yeah, if they was gonna see the picture, I had to become a painter.
Shit could get heavy. All the pain that we been through. I don't even have enough time in 24 to say I miss you. I've been grinding trying to get my issue. Anything in the world that I won't do. Duffel bag for the money when I fall through. I come back to you on a new level. Had to stay down, I'm so proud of you. How you upgraded all your attributes. See, God put me on a mission. They don't understand it, they don't expect them to. All that hate you, so I can't vibe with you. I'm finna pop shit. You a gatekeeper, I'm a locksmith. I'm cocky and obnoxious. Plus I got more options. I'm seeing
on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. And the homies only became bangers because they tried to tame us.
Stand up.
On the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. Knew if they was gonna see the picture, I had to become a painter. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. And the homies only became bangers because they tried to tame us. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. Knew if they was gonna see the picture, I had to become a painter. You the only one who believed in me. Actually planted seeds in me. It was hate and love in the same pot. I didn't know you were seasoning me. Niggas took your life for no reason, B. I couldn't even breathe. If I killed them and everybody they knew, that shit ain't even to me. Couldn't eat for weeks. Took our brotherhood for granted. That shit eating me. I blame myself repeatedly. Still feel like you need a look now. How the fuck do you lead a blind? Knowing that you need the blind. Whether I'm on my feet or not. Man, it's summertime and the heater high. When it cool down, got some juice now. Got my jewels around my neck. It's your life, nigga. You can lose now if you fool around my respect. Ain't no skater, but I stay on deck. All these birds just wanna pick. I'm way too blessed to be stressed. I laid my brother down the rest. Blame on the way we came up.
Reno Valley, stand up. Legendary shit going on.
They tried to tame us. Blame on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous. Knew if they was gonna see the picture, I had to become a painter. Blaming on the way we came up. Showing always dangerous.
And we got RJ the vocals, stop playing.
Because they tried to tame us. Blaming on the way we came up.
Let's go.
Showing always dangerous. Knew if they was gonna see the picture, I had to become a painter.
Stop playing, y'all. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Only on the motherfucking No Pressure Records Network. Stop playing. That's a new joint. That's an exclusive one right there. Yeah, yo. Welcome back to the month. You know, I'm not even gonna cuss. I'm gonna calm down. I'll be getting geeked up. You feel me? Because that's a banger right there. You know what I'm saying? But welcome back to the No Pressure Records Network, everybody. I'm your host, MCDUFF. You know, and we got a legendary episode about to go down right now. You feel me? I got two gentlemen in here that have been doing so much for the community, been putting out amazing work, you know, all around. You know, I've been a fan of these gentlemen for a minute now. You feel me? We've been tapped in, and so, you know, I'm just glad y'all was able to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the homies. We got RJ and QK in the motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
You feel me? Thank y'all for coming.
Salute.
You feel me? And it's Thursday morning. We got in here in like 9:30, 10. You know what I'm saying? I love these morning interviews. Just the energy different. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, you know, being in here at night. It's always we always do it real late and being here fucked up, be faded and all that, drinking and, you know, shooting the shit. But overall, man, I appreciate y'all coming. I got a lot of questions for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that joint right there, y'all just heard Painter. It's Painter, right? Painter. So we did that. You know, tell the people about that. You know, because that was our first joint together. We've been talking about getting in the joint and for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And you would hit me and invited me to the stew. And that was my first time getting on your production as well. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you having me, but tell the people
you jumping on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that for real, man, because that you may put that shit together in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then this nigga Q, let me tell you something. Like, I appreciate artistry, you know, because, you know, that was our first time tapping in. And so I be in my own bubble how I create, you know what I'm saying? So it was interesting to see how you put your whole verse together. You just, like, went in the booth with nothing and came out 10, 15 minutes later with a whole verse. I'm like, how do niggas do that? You feel me? And it be good as fuck and be bars out. But, you know, tell the people, you know, who you is, you know, let the people know who you are and all that.
Bill, Q to the K, QK, also known as King, businessman, artist. You feel me? I got my friends on, man.
Yeah.
You dig, always that. I ain't perfect though, but yeah. We out here, man. We out here, but definitely with the music. Been doing the music with R for a while.
Good, man.
Big bro. You know what I'm saying? And taught me a lot. Really taught me a lot about mainly just with the actions. He do it, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I peep game, I follow suit. You feel me? A lot of respect for Big Bro. But
appreciate
it. Businessman, definitely love business, marketing, scaling businesses. You feel me? Yeah, down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Person. Yo.
Real nigga. That's what I'm saying. And you know, we got RJ in the house, and let me tell you something about RJ before let me give you your flowers.
Talk your shit.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man, stop playing. You know, if you've done music in Moreno Valley and you took it just a little bit serious and you invested into some studio time, you probably already know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? You've been the mecca of music in Moreno Valley for so many years. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's had to come through you at one point. You've started a lot of people's careers started right there with you, and you've been a hand in pretty much, I don't want to say everybody that came up out the city, but majority, damn near everybody. It's safe to say,
nice
damn
little
near.
handful.
You know what I'm saying? But tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know, for the ones who don't know on the platform today, a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm RJ Fullrange. I've been in the area since either '99 or 2000. Some people know me from way back then. I started with with Marcus Black. That's way back before I even had my own spot. I had my own spot, but it was a bedroom at the house. So it took me a minute. In 2008, I got the spot on Sunny Mead.
2008, okay.
2008. So I don't know if y'all know Stevie Crooks, if y'all know Nikki D's, famous
Legend.
Uno,
Sure.
Marcus Black, like I say. Man, I can't even think of all the people.
Paper,
but it's been a nice
Marcus Black,
Paper.
Yeah. Loving Hip Hop Hollywood now.
Yeah.
So we done moved on. But yeah, I've been a fixture in the community since '08 officially. I've just been doing my thing since then. Most people know me as an engineer, but I consider myself a producer first, engineer second. But you know, I take it however it comes. If y'all want to, you know, if it's engineering, then it's engineering. But yeah, I've been producing for a while. I've been in rap groups. I've been in singing groups. I've been around. How much you want me to give you right now? I don't know.
Bro, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no time limit. This the McDuff show on the No Pressure Records Network. You feel me? This for the people. This for the people out here that don't really know, because we just see you in the studio.
Right.
And it's kind of that boom, and then, all right, I'll tap in with you next session. No one really gets to know where you come from. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, however much you feel like giving to the people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm interested, because I'm getting to know you just as well as everybody else watching. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, man, I'll take it. I don't want to go back too far to expose myself too much. But, man, I go back quite a ways. I've actually done work with my first I wouldn't call it a big project, but for me it was big because it gave me a lot of what I needed going forward. So I worked at I didn't work for him, but I did some work under Death Row.
Okay.
Suge had a group called Organized Rhyme, and I was producing their album. So that let me be in the studio 12 hours a day, big studios, big mixing boards, the SSL boards.
Damn.
So doing that, it let me sit with the engineers and soak up a lot of game. So that was kind of like my first big experience. It didn't really turn into nothing because he never put them out, but I take the experience.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
About you, bro.
Death Row.
Producer for Death Row. Yeah, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. So also I was in a singer group.
Okay.
Back in the day, John B, the R&B singer, was our producer. So that's another thing a lot of people didn't know. So my background in singing kind of just helped me going forward as a producer too. Learning how to put songs together. I soaked up a lot of game from John as well. And that situation actually kind of pushed me into doing my own thing because we were a group. And then when he got his deal, actually at the time, our managers are the ones who got John B his record deal.
Word.
And so behind that, our group kind of broke up behind that. And two of the guys, so it was four of us in the group. Two of the guys ended up like going on tour with John and doing a bunch of stuff. But for me, I didn't want to do that. I felt a certain kind of way about chasing him because I don't want to say nothing bad about him, but it wasn't a cool situation for me. So it pushed me to start doing my own thing. So I started getting my own equipment together, setting up my own little setup at home, charging people to come in and record. So that got me, really, really going. And then when I moved to Moreno Valley, that's, when I started reaching out, trying to get customers, trying to build that thing. And during that time, I was in the group as well. And we actually had some minor success. We had a song on the radio.
Okay.
It was doing well. We was touring, man. We did shows with DMX. We did shows with Bone Thugs. Tech 9. We was doing summer jams. The song was big in Texas. It was doing good in Palm Springs. Our first single, we dropped a song called No One Else, and it was actually doing well. When they was doing the Bump It or Dump It on 99.1.
That port.
It was what is it called? Like when it won every day, and then they were going to keep spinning it, but we had already blown everything that we had.
Yeah.
So we had to let it go, but we ended up signing like to an indie label who were also radio promoters. So that allowed me to learn a lot about the radio game. So like I've been around a lot of different situations where I was able to take away a lot of stuff. So I understand radio, I understand touring, obviously I understand recording. Where do I want to go from there? Let's see. So after the rap group broke up, then I started focusing more on producing.
Okay. This is the part where you're starting to buy up all your own shit and get shit moving. So because that was a lot. So I want to touch on like niggas. So
all of that is learn something new.
Yeah.
All of that shit. All of that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nigga, you just so you was in Death Row, you was in an R&B group with John B. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure I'm still missing some stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's dope because like the things you're doing now, it's like you've witnessed it, you've been in it in the game, you've been you've seen how it works. Like you said, being in the studio with these people, you taking away actually how to make a song and construct a song. And then, you know, even after that, now that you have your own space and you're providing a service for artists like us, this is guaranteed you're getting industry sound. When you come over, you're going to leave here with a product that can be on the radio.
Yeah, that,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
was another thing, too. So there's radio. All the singles that we were doing when we were signed to the radio promoters, I was mixing those, so, you know, like you said, it forced me to...
So you was mixing back then, too?
Yeah. I was mixing, so from the beginning, I was always kind of like the go-to guy. I skipped a step. I started off DJing. The DJing thing was whatever, but it led to lightly produce it and then going in. So when the singing group stuff started, I was recording all of our stuff. Then I just kind of had a knack for, you know, for that side of it.
Yeah.
So even when we were recording our own little demos and stuff, I was recording those.
Okay.
So yeah, I was always behind the boards, like really at every level, except when we were working with John B, because John B was better than me at that time.
It's so you kind of just
now.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I always call RJ. I always call him the genius.
Absolutely.
See, like, all this shit, I ain't know this shit.
Man,
I can cuss.
Yeah, no, we cuss.
cuss,
I just
okay.
try not to cuss in the intro, so you know what I'm saying. But now we solid. We, you know, I don't give a
I always
fuck.
call him the genius because he humble as a motherfucker, so you don't know until you know.
yeah,
You know
a lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying?
don't know the background. Like I've done a lot of stuff. Like that's just the stuff I could think of off the top of my head. But there's been a lot, man. The TV and film stuff. I've been getting music placed on TV and film since '99. Like I was recording.
Come on now.
That motherfucker
Come
one more
on
time.
now.
Shit.
I was recording the songs on the 8-track. Man, I don't want to date myself too much, but on the 8-track recorders, the digital 8-tracks, and making the quality work, you know, well enough to get. My first placement was on Seventh Heaven.
Word.
Yeah.
That show too.
That's crazy.
Yo, so I've been getting stuff placed on TV and film since. Like,
I remember Baggage Claim. Ain't that a movie?
Baggage
Oh, Baggage
me and
Claim.
Showboat got we got 2 songs on the movie Baggage Claim.
Word.
I didn't even know those two.
No, me and Showboat did One for the Money. So I had 2 songs in the movie One for the Money and 1 song in
Baggage Claim.
Baggage Claim.
That, and you know,
That's dope.
can you touch on something like that? Because that's something, you know, artists are, you know, on the platform, artists are watching.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like when I have gentlemen like you guys on to help give out some game. Could you give out some game on how you would even start to do that and how you do that? You know what I'm saying?
So for me, another thing that I didn't mention. So, when I did my first, I used to have a production partner, Mike.
Okay.
So when we started producing together, we decided also to take a music business class. So I took music business. That's the only thing I really ever went to school for. Everything else I was like pretty much self-taught. So we took a music business class, and then our instructor for the class was he's actually a crazy producer. He used to produce like back in the day for like Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, like huge producer.
Yeah.
So super cool dude. So we used to take our music in. We would play it for him after class, and so he put me on to my first situation with that. He's like, I got this lady, you know, I want you to meet. She does stuff for TV and film. So he gave me her number. I went and sat down with her. Rich lady live in where the Kardashians live. Calabasas. She had a little mansion in Calabasas. Went and sat down with her.
And you pulling up like, damn.
Man,
This is like,
talk
okay.
about inspiration. crazy gated community, top of the hill. So I worked on and off with her for years. So she would just call me like, RJ, I need this. I need a song like this. And I would like back then I would like bang out the song, produce the track, record it, mix it, send it in, get it placed. I was like, oh, this is gonna be too easy.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave me a little false security, because maybe my first couple placements was really too easy.
Yeah.
But after that, I started getting used to the game. I used to have to deliver back before. Well, I already said since 2000. So before, I could email songs. Like I would have to drive the music to her house.
Oh.
So she'd be like, I need it by tomorrow. I'm like, dude. So I would have to produce the song, write the song, record it, mix it, and then drive it to Calabasas.
Oh my God! Yeah, because there's no just like fly you the file like that. It wasn't going like that.
Yeah, so thank God for technology,
right?
So my first connection was just a lot of times it's who you know. So she was my introduction to it, and then for the people who don't know, there's a company called Taxi, taxi.com. They're not paying me. That's just a plug.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of people think it's because they advertise in a lot of the music magazines. I used to read. That was my other thing. I used to read a lot. So, like with me being self-taught, I just wanted to learn. So I would get like Electronic Musician, Recording Magazine, and I would just read. And just kind of hit myself to the stuff I didn't know. My pops
had those magazines laying around the house. He's a music teacher.
Oh yeah.
So he would have those magazines laying around in the restroom. They'll be in the little magazine holders. I remember.
That's good. Yeah. So combined with Monica was her name, the lady I was working with. I joined Taxi, and like other producers or other artists and producers that I know or that I knew would kind of say Taxi was a fake, but it's not, because obviously I've gotten placements through them. But what it is because so you pay a membership fee, and then weekly, or is it bi-weekly? I think bi-weekly they send out like a thing saying this. There's a record label looking for this. There's a company looking for songs like this, and you submit it to Taxi. If Taxi likes it, then they forward it to the company. But you got to remember, like, you're not the only person sending music in. So if your music ain't at a certain place, then they just kind of hit you with the it didn't get picked type of thing.
Is that where I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go.
But did we go through Taxi with those two songs?
Yeah, those last two.
Friend like this. When I think.
So Q got to experience that too.
Yeah, so got shit in motion already too. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so we so I got to learn that too. Like it's not, you can't just settle always for mediocre. Like you kind of got to. It's a competition out here sometimes. So that too helped me to sharpen, my tools. Start learning the stuff that I didn't know, because if you're not there, then they don't care. Like they don't got. They just move on to the next one. You either got it or you don't have it.
We got money. We
right.
Need a song. Where it's at right now? I'm not waiting. Like you feel me?
They got shows, and so they don't have the luxury of waiting for you to, make changes. Like it got to be right going in. So yeah, taxi.com, man. For those who don't know, that's one way of getting,
and I'm
believing yourself like that.
And I'm gonna have the link in the description for those who are interested in it. You guys can find that in the description. You feel me? But yeah, that's why I'm glad you came through, because it's like little things like that to the viewers and to the people who do watch it. they can learn something. They can take away, because I'm learning all this too. You know what I'm saying? Because like seeing how you QK stopped me and we'll chop it up about music outside and shit like that, right? And he was just telling me what y'all doing, and that's literally like what me and the homies are trying to do. And it's like when you're self-taught, like you said, it's like I'm on YouTube. Let me Google something, even if it's a little thing. I'm trying to put the pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
But like things like that, you really do help artists out here to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like you said, like the knowledge of it. Like you took the business class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what to expect and how to go about it. And and it's the little things like that when you're being self-taught is like crucial.
It's a lot of trial and error. But, but that was one thing too that I learned is you have to fail. Like you gotta take the chances and do stuff wrong to make the corrections. That you have to fail your way to success. There ain't no other way. A lot of people are looking for ways to make it happen without making the mistakes, but the mistakes are absolutely necessary. Yeah.
I had this soundboard. I had another mixer. It didn't have no screen, and it was like I think something more for like live shows.
Right.
And that shit, getting the sound to work on that, just a bunch of knobs. I'm like, bro,
I used to have to mix songs
like that. That looks like the Matrix. You know, when you see a big soundboard, but then I watch like Ali on Instagram Live, and he's sitting there and he's mixing and shit, and he's controlling it straight from the board. And you see Dr. Dre, and then I'm like, so he's mixing. You're doing everything that people do on the computer. You're just doing it right there.
It's just it's hands on.
You're literally touching the music.
Yeah.
You're making it sound. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have nothing but respect for that, because that's not, and then to be self-taught too, my nigga, is like, a lot of our favorite producers.
That was a long road.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of the best producers, not taking away from the people who went to school or nothing like that, do that too, for sure. But like, they just learned it, got it straight out the mud, and just picked it up and started going crazy with it. And sometimes that's all it takes. But
all it takes is effort, really.
Effort. And the effort not into just producing, effort into learning about it. Maybe you're gonna have to eventually teach yourself the piano a little bit so you can you can expand your beat making.
At some point I did. So I've been doing music for all this time, and then I feel like it's 2015-ish, maybe 2013, 14, maybe. I took piano for a few years, and that just elevated, what I already knew. Like I was already good with my ear, but understanding chord progressions, what key the song is in, what's major, minor, how major keys, feel different than minor keys, like all that stuff.
And that comes in a part with singing and everything too.
Yeah,
'cause it's like like when I do like this is something I want to learn now, because like when I do I try to do like an R&B cut, and I know I'm like, when I listen back to my records where I like where I'm singing at, I'm like, what note is that? How do I know how to get there so I can get there? And then, it's like, I don't know that.
Right.
So it's like,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I get a lot of people, either singers or rappers who want to sing. I get that a lot because I got, with my software, I can adjust the notes. Like, so if they singing off key, I can just put them on.
Exactly.
So just sing it like you mean it, and then we gonna fix the notes.
we gonna make it sound good.
I can't fix the energy, but I can for sure fix them notes. So I get a lot of people who come to me, specifically for that reason, because they know, like I ain't just going there and scream at this mic and RJ gonna make it something.
No, I want to. We were touching on a second ago before we had to reset. With the placements and how you first got placed, and that's something that me and the homies and some of my peers have definitely been trying to get involved. Like you guys have already been doing. Like who are some of the people you've helped get placements?
So so just most recently, Stevie Crooks.
Yeah.
Hit the.
Yeah. Stevie, man.
One of the songs I got Crooks on, got placed for Kevin Hart's most recent special for the trailer for Reality Check.
That's crazy.
Crooks, they didn't play his verse on there. His verse was crazy though, but the song got played, so the money's still gonna be there.
Yeah.
Most importantly.
Yeah,
for
most
sure.
importantly.
The check still for the hit.
Yeah, I love doing the music, but getting paid for it is put it at a different level.
No, absolutely. What do they do with music like that? With the song? Does the song still get released on platforms with that artist? So
now I'm working with that's another. Well, that's most recently I started working with BMG, who's under Sony. So they put the music out for streaming, even though this side of BMG is focused on production for TV, film, video games, that type of thing. Okay. So but they still drop it for streaming. So it's out actually. That's the one that Crooks is on is out, and now I can't think of the title. But yeah, it's out for streaming.
iTunes and check it out.
Yeah. It's under the label is called Feels Like. The song is called Goated. Featuring Stevie Crooks. Yeah, man. So let's see. What question was I answering?
Like just some of the people who you got placements for.
So that, we had Crooks. We got obviously got Q. Q got we got a couple with Q. We had one of his songs, Rari, was placed. You remember the name of the show?
Plug your mic in. I think it's a little.
Plugging it, right?
Yeah. No.
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah. Now you back. You back. Yeah.
One. Let's get it. Hightown.
Hightown.
That's dope.
Romel. Freshman, and Richie. What up, Richie?
Yeah, what up, Rich?
We got we had an MTV placement, and we had it was placed on 2 shows. I think both were they both on MTV? I can't think of it offhand.
I thought that was 2 for sure.
Yeah, but we had the same song get placed off of my Building the Empire album.
Oh yeah.
So that song, one of the songs off of that got placed in 2 different shows.
Showboat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Showboat.
Oh baby.
I've had Showboat. I had at least 2 with him that got placed. Let's see who else.
That's a lot of people from the city.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
And more to come because I just dropped 5 albums on BMG.
Okay.
And it's featuring. We got Nikki D's.
Yeah.
We got Lil Jeff.
Yeah.
We got QK.
Yeah.
We got Showboat. Hefe Ray. Who am I missing?
Everybody from the murder. That's right. Everybody.
City Bridges. Stevie Crooks. Selfie. What up, Self? Jada Voice. Tony O'Day.
Hey.
All from the IE. So yeah, more placements definitely on the way.
Yeah, shout out Tony O'Day. That's my boy. A lot of those artists you just named, like, you feel me?
No Tony O'Day?
Yeah, I got records with Tony O'Day like 2014. We were recording in my room and with Duce back in the day. That's crazy. Like 2014. Yeah.
I don't think I know Tony O'Day yet.
Yeah.
So he's on like 2-3 songs with Tony O'Day, but never met him.
The songs is hard. That songs is dope as shit.
Songs going crazy.
Hey, shout out to Tony O'Day. We gotta link the Obies up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get some of those artists on here too. Some of those people was definitely on the list to come over and see that. But that's crazy, bro. The amount of that's why it's special with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's 10, 15 artists just off the top. Plus, there's more. You feel me? That you're probably forgetting. You know what I'm saying? But like you're helping these people get paid. You're helping these people
established,
get established as real artists.
Right.
Real artists, right? You know, because you don't have to. I always thought like you have to be Kanye famous to be rich off this music shit, make a living off this music shit, and you don't. It's just about crossing your T's and dotting your I's and figuring out, you know, and this is networking.
Yeah, there's so many avenues, man. It's really, to me, it's always a matter of effort, man. There's all the information is out there. YouTube got a video for everything. Anything you want to know. So you know, there's really no excuse. Like saying I didn't know is not an excuse anymore.
You didn't put in any effort to make a Google search.
Man,
you making the most fire beats and songs, but
that part.
And that's where it hit for me. It was like we're putting out all these albums and all these songs, and it's great work, and it's just like, okay, what now, dog? I can do this. Like, what now? And that's it right there. You gotta start
right here. He giving you the bridge right now.
Exactly, to get you over to that, to where you know where your family be like, oh yeah, my son is a rapper. He's an artist. He makes his living off of this.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's literally a couple steps. Cause some people out here be streaming crazy. And got a song going up. I'm like, well, you probably just collecting the little distro kids.
Just tell me about so boy, you said this shit just went viral.
Oh, a Famous Uno.
Famous Uno.
Ooh.
That's his joint. That's crazy. I opened up for Famous Uno back in the day.
Yep.
And I brought the wrong music out.
Dang, if he was on that shit.
Yeah.
That show was lit too. And I just brought the wrong music.
He do these shows.
Like he was lit. He turned it up. I brought my real real rapidy rap. I was like, this was not the show for that. This was turned up.
Right.
Like, you know, but I've been hearing about Famous Uno for a minute. Shout out to him.
Famous Uno. I've been recording Famous Uno since he was a kid.
Word.
He really been like, he been consistent, and like it's good to see, you know, like now those years of putting in work is paying off. Like this ain't. I mean, Get Off was really big for him. He got over a million streams on that one. So yeah, he's been doing this thing.
That's dope. Shout out to him. And like that's another artist you didn't brought up and had, you know, helped guide on their journey, and you know
all those records. I recorded all those too. That song.
So that's crazy. That's been on Instagram for the last couple of months going stupid. That's famous.
Yeah,
I'm tripping, bro. Everyone's been doing the little dance to that and shit. Like, what, nigga?
Yeah.
That's just crazy. So, you know, what does it look like? So after you get your song placed, right? Boom, you create your song from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And you got a product, and it gets picked up, and you get placed. Congratulations, we picked you. Blah blah blah. Thank you. We'll hit you up. What does it look like after that?
So it depends on who you got a place with. Like when I was dealing with the lady Monica, she would email me every time I got a placement. Like, you know, turn on NBC tonight. Your song's gonna be on Grownish. We're like, come on, let's go. So I can watch it. But with this new situation, like now, you gotta wait. Either you see it, you know, you might be watching Netflix and your song is on.
That's crazy.
Or you just wait for the statement, and you know the statement is, you know, basically like a paycheck statement. Like it tell you, you know, where the song was placed, how much you got for it, how much.
How soon after do you get paid?
Normally, I used to get a lot of MTV placements, and like it would be roughly a year before I saw the money.
Oh, you actually saw the check.
Yeah, so that's really an incentive to be consistent, because you don't want to get a song placed and then sit around and wait for a year for that check. Like, so if you're consistent with it, then the checks, you know, come consistently. You know, and if you're with BMI or ASCAP, then you get a check quarterly. So every 3 months roughly you get a check based on, you know, what's been playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's always something to look forward to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, I need to get in the studio and cook something up.
Yep.
Like I need to be reaching out to these artists over here, cause like look at what you're doing. You got you could get a Stevie Crooks placement and a Famous Uno placement. Two completely different artists.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you have like a product, like, and staying consistent, like you said, it's
consistent and working, because you don't know where the song's gonna end up.
You don't.
Man.
Yeah, and you never know what it's gonna get placed for. Like, it could be a something that goes viral. It could be a commercial that it becomes a popular commercial.
Yeah. And I was just talking to Famous Uno about it too. He was telling me that he didn't really want to push that song. His little brother was the one. He's like, man, I'm telling you, that's the one. And so they started pushing that one, and sure enough, here it is.
Turned up all the way. Like,
just
that's
never
crazy.
know.
Okay, so, you know, getting back into, like, your story a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You said you opened up the studio out here in '08.
'08.
What brought you out here, and what got you started, and how'd you come across that spot and everything?
So originally, I moved out here because my last job, '05. So I was in a rap group at the time. I moved out here to buy a house. I bought my first house.
Okay.
In 2000. And so that's how I got out here. Me and wifey bought the house. I put the studio in the house. And then when all the stuff went bad in '08, the housing crashes, we lost the house. So I basically took everything I had and got the studio. And shoot, you know, I never looked back. At the time, like I said, I was in a rap group, so we were selling. I left my last job. I was working for Ralph's Distribution.
Okay.
And we left in '05, and we were selling CDs like full time, like daily. Come home, burn CDs, put all the artwork together. We out the whole day next day. We did that for 3 years up until I got the studio. That was my job.
Damn, I didn't know that.
You know that?
I didn't know. I mean, I'm learning all the real details. You know, a little bit. When I first heard of RJ, like his name was big as his name was huge. So I didn't know you back when you was at the house, but when you was at the studio.
Started coming around what 08, 09?
So maybe 08, yeah, maybe 08,
Yeah, so
09. Name was huge already. So when I walked in the studio, I was nervous.
Yeah, for sure. I was just telling her the same thing.
Damn, I didn't know what to expect. I ain't never been in no booth where it's an actual booth.
It's a room.
It's a room. You know what I'm saying? It's a glass. I'm like, oh shit.
Eddie looking at you like, yup.
I used to have curtains up. I used to have blinds where the booth was.
I used to close them blinds.
Yeah, I used to have a few people that had Lil Jeff.
Yeah.
He used to come in and close the curtains.
Let me focus up. Then he came. They was gone one day. I'm like,
yeah, I was just trying to make it more like, more studio. It's like this look like a bedroom.
Yeah.
With blinds. So I got rid of the blinds and to force people to come out.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And so you've been rocking with RJ for a minute too?
Good minute.
Since about then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
since about 08 or 14.
Yeah, we're going on 14 years.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But we just now, like maybe like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Start being like real consistent.
Yeah. So because we had talked about doing like we did an album, we did his album, and then so we were just kind of working on the artist thing.
Okay.
And then I had the beat site, I had the studios, or studio at the time, and we had just decided that we were going to focus on the TV and film stuff. So we went hard on that for a year. Like we get together at least once a week and bang out songs and just submit them. And when that's crazy how, I don't know how many people believe in the secret or the law of attraction. But once we did start focusing on that, like within a year, we had this situation with BMG. And so just the focus and the effort and the consistency just changed situations.
That's crazy, bro.
For sure.
That's crazy. And congrats on that, bro.
Thank you.
That's some very dope shit. Especially, it's like I hope that gives hope to other artists out there, like to make the extra effort to really do this shit. It's not about how good your music is, because you could be making the best shit. But if you're not getting your money for it or not giving it a chance to actually live its full potential, then it's pointless. You're gonna be running in circles.
Yeah, I've been on everybody's head about that. Like there's so much talent out here, but without the consistency, without that consistent effort, it ain't gonna happen. The talent, like I say, everybody talented.
Sure.
The talent only take you so far, and so without that work ethic, man, you can't expect much. And that's why you see, you know, I don't like to disrespect people's craft, but you know, like you see trash. I'm not gonna say trash, but you see artists that are not as talented as others, you know, doing well,
Popping.
and it's because if you take a look at their background, take a look at their work ethic, it's different, and you know that make the difference. That make the dollars.
Absolutely, that goes a long way, especially over a long period of time. Like, it's gonna pay off. You're gonna get.
You gotta know that it's gonna pay off.
You just gotta stay down.
Yeah,
you gotta stay down, or it's not gonna mean nothing.
Yeah, it's delayed gratification.
You
gotta wait for them roots to actually get rooted. So definitely.
And just take your time. Don't get discouraged. Like you know,
or fight through it, because there's gonna be times you're gonna be discouraged.
Yeah,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you do when you are discouraged. That's your real character. When you
about to say build character.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
And because this is something that you know we've been doing. All of us been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying, and putting in the time. And I know other artists watching, and other people, other entrepreneurs and videographers, photographers that you know been doing this for years, and you know. Max out your full potential with this. You feel me? If you taking photos, how do you get your photos? What's it called? Published, or you know how can you legally sell photos online and get them here? Like you know, it's just the baby steps that help you. You know, get to the next step. So what I want? Let me ask you. Like what are a couple other things artists should be doing right now to take their career from the next level when it feels like you're going in circles?
So back when I don't want to say back, made me feel like I was in the Temptations or something. But no, but when I was in my group, like we didn't have TikTok, we didn't have Instagram. You know, this was maybe at the beginning of YouTube. And we didn't take advantage of that. That was really a big loss on ours. But so what I'm saying is there's all this free promotion that you can do from anywhere in the world. Like, how you not taking advantage of that? So to me, it just goes back to effort. Like, if you got a cell phone, which everybody has, you connected to Instagram, TikTok, there's no reason for you to not be doing something. You don't need people saying, I don't have the money, I don't have the budget. You don't need no money. Like, if you got a song, you know, play the song, rap the song, like, sing the song. If you don't, like, for singers, you don't even have to have your own song. Like, you can sing other people's songs.
You can sing covers.
I know there's people on YouTube with millions of followers from doing covers on their YouTube channel. So there's no excuse to fail, man. It's just effort, effort and consistency.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right there.
Yes.
Like just like that too. It's pretty.
Man, it's
clean
doing
cut.
and not doing.
I always say this. I'm like, the only difference between me and Kendrick is that he did it already.
Yep.
He just did it. He did it, nigga. And everyone's story different.
Right.
I don't care. You got different advantages. You have different obstacles. So that don't even matter. That's life already. But like the difference, you and Lil Uzi or you and Summer Walker, is that, you feel me? She did it. Now go do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy. A lot of us don't have the luxury. Some people get lucky there, but some people who get lucky put in 10 years to get lucky. And it looks like they got lucky. They just seized the opportunity.
Right.
You feel me? Seized the moment and was able to do something with it. So you never really know what really, you know, goes on. But okay, so even with that, boom. Now I'm uploading like my music to DistroKid or United Masters. Like, what do I do after that?
Promote. You just want to make sure you got your ducks in a row. So you want to make sure you signed up with BMI or ASCAP.
Okay.
And that's in case BMI and ASCAP really covers mainly like if it gets played radio, TV, certain streaming platforms. They collect that money for you and pay you for your music. Song Trust, Sound Exchange are similar to BMI and ASCAP, but they collect on the things that BMI and ASCAP don't cover.
Okay.
There's a difference between regular streaming and like Pandora. You know how Pandora kind of plays stuff randomly?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Song Trust or Sound Exchange covers like Pandora type plays.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they cover different areas, but that's why you want to make sure you signed up with all of them, because you know.
And that, you know what? Think about on DistroKid, they don't show those payouts for anything else besides like Amazon's Apple Music. A handful of them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
iTunes, Apple Music.
iTunes, yup. But
Spotify.
like the Pandora and the iHeartRadio spins, those are just your money's left floating in the air, just in limbo.
You just never know, man. You know, someone might not blow up this year, and you have something that happened next year that, you know, cause people to go back and look them songs up. And if you're not, you know, if your music not signed up to get that check, you just gonna miss that money.
And this goes back to
it's gonna go somewhere.
You were just saying exactly. You were just saying, boom. You got the consistency. You got the effort. Now, boom. Now you're uploading. You got the music out. Now, boom. The next step is your BMI, because if you don't have that, and you're on social media and you're doing that and making the effort, and you do go viral a year later, or you do go viral tomorrow night, you never know with social media.
Right.
You're not even gonna be able to collect.
Wait, can you go back though? Can you backtrack?
You can.
You can? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how far back they reach, but they for sure back pay you.
See, that's crazy.
But yeah, it would be interesting. I don't know how far back. I don't know, you know, if you had a song that was doing well 10 years ago and then you sign up today. I don't know if they're gonna catch that one. You might miss that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to prove it. Like because no one's been keeping track.
Yeah, I don't.
How does that work?
That's interesting. I don't know how far back they go, but I do know they go back.
Well, cross your T's and dot your I's now, so you're not losing no money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so when you what made you, you know, because you moved to Moreno Valley, was it like a slow transition into the music when you opened up the studio, or was it booming right away? Because there's nothing like that.
So when I first got started, man, shout out to Stevie Crooks again, because I was at the house, and you know my booth was the closet at the time.
Okay.
You know, Crooks 6'8".
Yeah.
And that wasn't a big closet, man. So I remember the first time he came to record, and when he came out of the booth, man, he just drenched in sweat. I'm like, he's never coming back. But yeah, he stuck with me.
This is dope too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
he been rocking with you that long?
Yeah. So there was a group called, I don't know, LGP. I think introduced me to Crooks. I don't remember how I met Paper back then. Probably through, I want to say maybe through Crooks. So Paper had his crew, what was that called? H World and Fab Life.
Oh yeah.
So
shout out my dog.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog.
H World, Fab Life. So they were coming. So I had like a small handful of clients.
2-6 was in there?
Yep, 2-6.
Shout out my nigga Sick.
Sick Dot.
Wow. Rose.
Yeah. 9 a.m., 2 a.m. Like just hoping that, you know, that somebody would come in, knock on the door, call. But I was, you know, like at that point, like I said, when I got the spot, I blew my last on it. So it's had to work.
Yeah.
It was all in.
All in. And so, shit, it was just work. It was work. I was at the mall passing out flyers.
When you meet Young B?
Young B through Pape. Yep.
Young B.
Back then, Young B, he couldn't even write back then. I still remember remember him saying like, it's like I can't write. Like I just go in the booth and rap.
You ever met Young B?
I never met him. I'm familiar with him. I remember watching YouTube videos.
The greatest freestyler I've ever seen in my fucking life. We be at school. That nigga would be roasting. He'll battle niggas, roasting niggas. I still remember some of this nigga bars.
Yeah.
Crazy, off the top of his head. Crazy.
That's crazy. He would just go in there and do a 16. Like, he knows where the 16 ends, but it's all freestyle. I'm like, yeah. I've only known that probably 3 people like that was on that level that could just go in there and make it sound like it was really written. Like, you know, I know people that can rhyme through a verse, you know what I'm saying? But to make it sound like
you construct it.
Yeah, like this is real.
You tell the stories in your freestyle and shit. Bring it to like bar it out, metaphors and all that shit. Just
before he passed, I think Snoop was about to do something with him.
Word.
Yeah. So when he got into the battle circuit, that's when Snoop got behind him. And he was about to do.
I think he signed him or something.
Yeah. Right when
this one battle, he like roasted like Nelly. Said something about his. I'll tell you, off the top all the time. That nigga was dope as shit.
Crazy.
Man.
That nigga was dope.
R.P. man.
R.P.
Yeah.
Man, for sure. That nigga was sick.
And see, this is why this episode is crazy, because it's like everybody I've ever heard of, like, you feel me? Everybody in the city, like, this is why this is dope, because it's like niggas, you've been fucking with every artist, helping all these artists out here. That's legendary shit, bro.
Have you ever done anything with Sugar Free?
I haven't. You know what? Out of all I never met Sugar Free.
Okay.
Who are some
like
of
a pimp genius.
Who are some of the other people you've worked with, even outside the city?
Silk the Shocker.
Oh, yo.
Silk the Shocker.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did a song. I never met him, but I did a song with Yellow Beezy.
Okay.
With Hefe. Shout out Hefe Ray.
Yeah.
Dang. That I've actually recorded. What's the dude from the Bay? It's not coming to me. I can't think.
So many people, nigga.
Man. Trying to think of people outside the city. Dang. Let me see.
Yeah.
Any info on me?
Yeah, cause I wanna know, like, cause we just named pretty much everybody who did then
Radio Base, right?
Radio Base,
okay.
I just his when what were they called? The Cosby Hype before.
Yeah, before it was Mike Mo.
Yeah. So I met Bass through his mom, but I don't remember how I met her. But it turns out she's from. We're both from Pasadena. We actually grew up in the same area.
That's crazy.
Same with Hit Boy. His family's from Pasadena. Them too. So Troop, the R&B group Troop. I used to used to kind of do music together before they blew up. I'm still in contact with them, but one of the guys in Troop is Hit Boy's uncle.
Word.
And so I know Hit Boy's dad and his mom, but I never met Hit Boy.
That's crazy, bro. Tapped in, nigga.
I learn something new every day. Talking with RJ, man.
That's crazy. Sure. And this is why I want people to people who are watching that don't know, as feel look at, because I want to know some more too. But just overall, for the people watching, RJ's still right there at the same spot right there on Sunnywood. You feel me?
Ain't hard to find.
Yeah, bro. I remember seeing it. And I was in high school. and me and my pops, we wanted to drive by. We couldn't find it. And I was like,
it's incognito. If you
boom,
don't
but
know.
then when you pull up, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's just boom, it's just right there, boom, and the cut right there, like it's perfect. And you know, artists, feel free to tap in.
Man.
You feel me, and all that. Come get you some real working. You know what I'm saying? And like these are the steps. So. And like going back to like what you were saying, so you've been out here, cause I really want to like get through the first part of your story. You feel me? We probably gonna have to do a part 2 and double back, cause you know.
Yeah, I might have to write down all the stuff I missed.
Yeah, for sure. Just cause there's a lot I actually want to get into on the technical side more as well. But you know, so you're doing so once you get out here and it gets popping. Like, did it take long for it to get?
It took
because you at the mall passing out flyers.
Yeah, so
like you had to get it out literally off. There's no social media, not really jumping like that.
It was like, and even to this day,
Facebook is like
99% of my business is word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
You know, I just try to do right by. I do right by people, man,
Absolutely.
and be good at what I do. You know, and you know how niggas do. They bring a homeboy that rap.
They got somebody else that rap.
Yeah, so it trails out. So now, like, I got people that come from LA to the studio. I got I got a couple people that come from Vegas.
What's that dude name from LA? He had all the clothes. Rich Boy, what's his name?
Rich Friend.
Rich Friend. Yeah, like I said, I seen some of this shit blew up. RJ met him, and we was in. Just came back from a. What was that?
We went to a music convention in LA and Hollywood.
Came back, met him, and that shit. He got clothes. He do clothes. He rap too. But I just seen something on his shit blew up big.
That's crazy.
A lot of all this little platforms and blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rich Friend, RJ, when I worked with him, he came to the studio. You know what I'm saying? RJ, I don't know if did you produce that or no?
Nuh-uh.
No. Okay, we recorded him. So He stayed locked in.
Working. I'm also background singer.
Yeah,
on a lot of people's stuff.
Oh,
hey,
God.
All the music that people be like, man, that song dope as shit. This nigga on the backgrounds.
Man.
And it's not a coincidence. I'm like, okay, yeah, we need some more background.
Oh, God.
So that song y'all heard in the intro, that's him on the background.
On the background, yeah.
You know, I can still.
Yeah, when you hopped in the room, I'm like, okay, RJ with the vocals, nigga, stop playing.
I can still rap too, man.
Yeah, don't get it fucked up.
I pull the mic out.
You got bars.
Yes.
Are you so as like a, you know, at the beginning you're like, you know, producer first. You know, so you very like hands on with the artist. You know, that's like the difference between a beat maker
and a producer.
Yeah,
that's another thing I think a lot of artists don't know too, and I think even beat makers don't know. There's a difference between a beat maker and a producer. A producer doesn't necessarily have to play anything. Like Diddy's a producer, can't play nothing. Timbaland actually can't really play. A lot of great producers don't necessarily play. Like with a lot of Dre stuff, a lot of his stuff. Not to say Dre can't play. I actually don't know. But I know a lot of stuff. Dre hires musicians. With producers, it's about making the song great. The producer is almost equivalent to the director in a movie, like
orchestrating shit.
Yeah, he's the person in charge of the song, not necessarily in charge of the beat. It's his job to make the song good,
no matter what it takes.
Yeah, exactly, no matter what it takes. So if I have to call in a keyboard player and a bass player to make the song come out,
a little choir or something,
right?
Anything, like
yeah. So you can, like, as a producer, you can just hover over the dude playing the drums, like nah. Take that. Don't use a different snare. Like you don't have to play nothing. So beat makers are not necessarily producers, even though we customarily call them that.
Let's learn something new again.
Yeah, because there's a difference.
There's knowledge.
Yeah, because there's a difference between a guy who just sending beats through an email.
Right, that's a beat maker.
There's no.
He's really a composer, actually.
Yeah.
If when you get technical about it, he's really. If you're making the music, you're a composer. If you're writing the lyrics, what's the lyrics part? You're an author.
Okay.
So yeah, technically.
Yeah,
I'm an
no,
author.
for sure.
Yeah,
I'm an author.
You're an author.
Let's get it.
That's what I'm gonna start using.
Hey,
Oh, what do you do? I'm an author.
And
I'm on
once
all DSPs.
you know, and then setting up publishing companies. When you own your publishing company, now you're a publisher.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I say I love it. I
You got
love
a
that
publishing
shit.
company, right?
Huh? Yeah, I got two.
Two publishing companies.
Okay.
So publishing is a whole nother game. It's not another game, but it's another part. It's another facet of the same game. Because for every song, there's really 200% of each song. So you really get paid twice for each song. One as a writer and one as a publisher, and that's where a lot of publishing companies make their money. So when you're dealing in TV and film, a lot of times, like my situation, I'm dealing with a publisher. So the lady that I'm dealing with is a publisher.
Okay.
I'm a writer and composer. So I'm sending my songs to her. She's publishing them, you know.
Yeah.
So they're going through her company, which makes her the publisher. So there's 200% of the song. So she'll get either, you know, depending on the person and the deal, you'll end up with 50% of the publishing and all of the writers, or they'll take all of the publishing and you'll keep all of the writers. And to me, either way is cool. A lot of people worry about the money that they're missing, but to me, it's about the money that you're getting.
Man,
like without the publisher, you get nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Unless you know the person doing the music in this TV show. So without that connection,
You need that person.
yeah. So giving them whatever to me is a win, because
They have to get their cut for that.
Yeah.
They're providing a service for you. They're the person
providing
leading you
the
to
whole-
your bread.
They to connect.
They literally the
plug,
middleman.
for sure.
And usually the middleman tweaking the price anyways to
Right.
make it work for me. Yeah, I'm gonna get you your bread, but you know, what I'm saying? You know how
I'm
they
gonna
do.
get mine. Right.
And you know, and it's like without them, you're not even getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, having 100% of nothing is still nothing.
Nothing.
So I'd rather have 50% of something than
You feel me?
you know.
And so Q, like, you know, you've been putting out music for a minute. You know, what's next for you? What do you got? What are you working on as an artist right now to like bring yourself to the next level? You know what I'm saying?
Very next, me and R got a 5-track. Can I talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a 5-track
Let's go.
album. It's titled Know My Name. RJ produced all the tracks.
Word.
This is for the label.
Okay.
And yeah, we writing it. Like, we just finished it like I think last week.
Yeah.
Word.
Just finished it last week.
Yeah.
So
More music on the way.
More and more music on the way for sure.
we link twice a week. One for the music for the label, the other for, you know, so this is my personal shit, and I just really call that my practice. So just to stay polished.
All right.
With
Calling it
your craft
practice,
and
but
all.
they're still out there as professionals.
Yeah. I'm just practicing, but I did get a placement.
Right.
You know.
But I also put out one song every week.
Okay.
Every Sunday I drop something. I think we like 30 weeks in or something like that since like last November.
Let's go.
We're a couple weeks in. You can always search my shit q.k on any platform. So that's what's new. I know you talked about how I write.
Yeah, bro.
I told you a little bit earlier. Like I had to come in the studio and literally close the blinds because I just it was too much pressure for me. I was like, this it's too much. I'm used to playing. I'm used to being on the football field, not being on the stage like this.
Yeah, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
So it's like it's dope to see like his progress, because I remember Q would come in the studio and then like other artists would come in and they ask him like, "Do you rap?" Yeah, I'm kind of, you know, I kind of do a little something. And like in my head, like, nigga, you rap, like,
You rap,
quit
playing. So like, over all this time, man, it's dope to see like where he's at now. Like now he can walk in the booth and walk out with a full song.
Now he's an artist.
Right.
You feel me?
You're author.
You're author.
Artist
I'm
and
an author. I'm an author.
Yep.
Yeah, we switching it up. You feel me? I'm an author now. You feel
Nah,
me?
and that's big. You said that because to have me like embody, to have me like really take that in as being an artist, that shit changed how I actually performed in the booth too. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like when people ask me, "Do you do music?" Here and there.
Yeah.
He be like, "Nigga, stop saying that. Stop doing that. Like you really come here, you invest in yourself. You come in here and you actually make quality music. Stop saying that." So, but it took me a while to really be like, okay, I do music. Yeah, I do music.
Right. Another super humble
Yeah.
guy.
That's just that. Yeah, your modest side, like
But it's a difference between being modest and being timid with the shit too.
Timid too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm used to being modest, but at that time I was still being timid.
Still being a little,
I was like, nah, embrace that shit.
Yeah.
Because you're not lying. So embrace
You is who you are.
This is what you're doing, so embrace it. So after embracing it, I could just feel like it's like I really put that shit in overdrive. So RJ, hearing his backstory, I'm like, oh, this is why you so damn talented. You really put yourself through the wire. You did
for
this
real.
shit, nigga.
For real.
And he really did. So I'm in the beginning stages. So it's like it really reminded me of that movie with what's that fucking movie called? It's an older movie with Eddie Murphy and the other comedian.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, yeah.
And let's see, Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall was in that hole, y'all.
Damn, Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. Okay, yeah.
Eddie Murphy was just peeping game from him the whole time, and he always had the utmost respect.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna let nobody come in and do no dumb shit and say no dumb shit about him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna act a fool. That's really what I see when I see Big Bro. You feel me? So he really teaching the game without really like having to overexpress or like or act like he doing like he doing like, you know what I'm saying? You see sometimes niggas just be doing too much. You never see that. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a experience where you gonna learn. And then even if you don't know, you learn it. A year back, you're like, damn, I'm a lot smarter than I was with this music shit. Where I learned this, damn, I got all that shit from RJ. You know what I'm saying? All that shit from RJ.
For real.
Yeah, so that's dope. But putting out a song every week, coming in. I don't even like to tell people my process really because it don't sound authentic. When I tell people I go in there, don't write shit, it's coming there. I know we talked about Young B earlier. It's nothing how Young B can do it. Young B was like that shit was literally I never seen no shit.
That shit was like, yeah.
And it was like before the time I was really hearing like Lil Wayne say shit like that. So for him to be that dope, that was crazy. But yeah, going there, RJ either make the beat or we got the beat on, and things that come to my mind, and I say it. If I don't like how I said it, I'll re-say it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, until I got the hook and the verse done, and like you said, I walk out with some shit. Because it really used to be, I'll book a 4-hour session and do half a hook.
Yeah.
Half a hook? Half a hook. Come on, my nigga.
I remember leaving too, like, man, you mean to tell me? Nigga mad at himself, like, man, I can't believe I'm leaving with this.
And a lot of it had to do with not embracing that I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I do this. Not embracing that shit. So not having that confidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That had a lot to do with that shit. So once I was able to take his advice, bro, embrace this shit. I was able to embrace it. I was able to like, damn, I do this. When I get in there, I don't really second guess myself no more. So when I go home, he emailed me the track and I'm listening to him like, this shit sound. I always look for what I can do better. That's my first thought. But I always leave knowing like, okay, this is some pretty quality shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of it had to do with embracing like this is what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And just and being able to like, I do this shit.
Right.
I can do this. I do this. I will do this. Put me in front of some people. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
And that mentality, because I feel you. Like there's been situations where I've been put on the spot. You know, hop on here. I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. Then I'm up, but I gotta tell myself, nigga, you do this.
Right.
Like, bro, you do this every day. Do it right now, fool, and go. You got it. Like, and it's that just mental thing. And like you said, I can see how that like affects you as an artist. Like, you emotionally connected to your work and your art. So if I'm feeling fucked up, it's gonna reflect in my art. If I'm feeling happy, it's gonna reflect. So if you're not feeling yourself, your music not gonna connect.
Yeah, music is an energy. It ain't just words and music. Like you said, you deliver some stuff with a subpar energy. That's gonna translate into the song. Like even though technically it might be there without the energy on it, you know, people. If you wasn't feeling it going in, chances are people not gonna feel it coming out.
Yeah, nah, for real. And you know that's why it's just like too like I hope that inspires artists to be yourself, embrace who you is. You feel me? And I feel like being an artist like. We go through a lot, like you go through a lot of things like that. Like if you were not really doing that, how would you have found that about yourself to know? And then like, nah, fuck that. Like, it kind of teaches character building. It comes
with time,
like you said, character.
As you said, I just repeated it after you.
Yeah. You feel me? But it's like I love hearing that. And then it's just like me getting to witness how you get down. I'm like, nigga, I cannot do that. I can't do that.
But also, too, you got to embrace your own strength.
Real talk. I told you the stages I went through writing. I just did what everybody else that I wrote. And trying to read it, I couldn't do it. It wouldn't translate. So then I went from recording my hooks on the phone just so I can remember the melody. You know what I'm saying? And then I would hear it, and then try to. And that was a little bit better. But this right here, this is the best I've ever felt. It's the best I've ever felt. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I feel like whatever he make, no matter. We just did a beat. What kind of beat is that called?
Jersey Club.
Hey, like whatever he put on, like I just feel like I can.
Yeah.
It feel like a restaurant. Like when he make the beat, the food is hot. That's the best time to eat. That's the best time to, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with it.
Yeah.
So when I think of this shit, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the food getting made. I want to put it out ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I want to spit it. I want to record it ASAP.
Right now, like let's go up.
I don't want to wait till. You know what I'm saying, a couple of days, and I gotta remember that same energy I created it with. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So
bro.
It's really like, I guess, like they say, like autism. People that with autism, they may be delayed in one area, but pretty good in another area. So
you know,
me reading that shit like that, nah, that wasn't working.
It's just not going back, like you said. It's not translating with the flow and why you gotta read it. Yeah, no, I feel you. And like I came from, you know, just writing in a notebook. You feel me? Like. And then I've been over the last years, I haven't wrote in a notebook hardly at all. A couple times a year I will, just to feel that and touch the paper. But really, I'm just in my phone. I jot it down on my phone because I can type faster in my phone. You feel me? And then auto typing helps me. And then if I misspell it, I can always go back. Like writing it, I can't write as fast as I'm thinking. Fuck it, and just speak it into the phone, and then I can adjust it. And you know, but like get it.
Actually pretty fast yourself. Like by the time we was, you know, part way in with the beat, like you was like,
you was ready. You was
ready.
You that motherfucker and spit that shit.
And that's another thing too, is like it don't take you a lot of takes. Like that professionalism show.
Yeah,
for sure.
You can tell you ain't just, you know, you ain't just start doing this.
Well, that's something I always seen people do, and I always like, not that I necessarily wanted to do it, but I always thought that shit was cool as hell.
No, I still think it's cool as hell because I still can't.
That shit.
Like, you know I'm more closer to Q. Like I'll write a bar, record the bar. Like I'm still punch, like Dre and Easy.
See, I'm looking at y'all like that shit crazy. Like I would sometimes I can't just get in the booth and just record because I'm like, oh, fuck it. Let me just write it. Let me take 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Let me just put it together because like I can't get my thoughts out like that. I was listening to you go through your whole verse. And then someone sings, boom, okay, boom, RJ punches me in, boom, lay that line down, boom. And then next thing you know, you got the whole thing. And it's bars, though. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, flow, bars, like, that's crazy.
How to even bar? That's 4 bars left, okay. How the hook, okay, let me tie that in like that. Yeah, for sure.
No, that's for sure. Talent.
That's and I feel like you're capturing the moment, like you said, like the food is hot. Like I hear the beat, I can get in there, and I feel like that might be a reason why like certain songs become big because the artists are just hop in there.
Yeah, I was
that vibe.
I had a different thing I was gonna rap about. Then when I heard your verse, I was like, okay, it just reminded me so much of my nigga TG. let me say some shit that kind of don't sound like it's too personal, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, still could kind of relate to your not that our verses had to relate, but
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Overall, makes sense. That record
Hearing.
hard.
That record
man.
dope.
I can't wait to
Beat
see
is
what-
crazy.
Man.
Beat's crazy. RJ just cooked that motherfucker
Hey, that nigga
up.
quick, didn't he?
Quick, I like, nigga, hold on.
I'm used to it. At first, I was.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is I could, given any time limit, I could. If you give me 30 minutes, I can whip something up in 30 minutes. If I got 2 hours, then
You gonna have
I can make it
yeah.
happen in 2 hours.
I think you had the basis down in about 20, 30 minutes, so that shit was crazy. That was. I'm used to it now, though.
Learn to be
But
efficient.
about the first times I seen it, I was thinking that I had to be at that level already. I'm like, nah, let me sit my ass back.
Yeah.
And develop how I develop. But and the difference between how me and you record, it has a lot to do with RJ said, embracing how you do it.
How you do
You know what I'm saying? I done lost a lot of time and momentum in life thinking that I had to do it
That way.
because that person did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
When you went to go get coffee, I was saying that I thought the game was like this. You had to do that because I seen this, which in all reality is nothing like that. That's his situation. Your journey is different. How you create is different. And you kind of you will realize nigga, I can do it like this. This is cool.
Still do it.
It's cool.
Still make it happen.
Cause I've been in when I went to Atlanta, they wasn't doing the shit. I'm the West Coast nigga. And they all get in there, they, auto-tune and they're coming off the top. And I'm like, damn, bro, am I not as skillful as these niggas? Because these niggas is coming out, they just did 5 songs. I'd rather just get my 16 to get, because I know I could give some, and I remember I just played my position. I didn't let that affect me, and I got on 3 of the joints. And they went up. You feel me? I stole the spotlight on one of them because I didn't panic. I embraced fuck it. Let me just write.
Let me do it how
I'm about to try to hop in here and do what these niggas do. I thought it look stupid.
Hey, bro.
I thought it look stupid.
Hey, I'm getting in here and play myself. Real
exactly. You know what I'm saying? But and that I think a lot of that just comes with growing as as you find yourself and as an artist, and I feel like you never really perfect it. No matter how long you do this for, you getting better. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely just the first part. I'll definitely want to have y'all gentlemen back, to really continue this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I got more stories.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely want to and the next thing I don't want to wait 6 months neither. I'm gonna tap in with y'all in a couple weeks. I'm gonna book some studio time first, and then we'll try to lock in another date after I do that for sure. But I definitely would love to have y'all back, man, and really continue this conversation. Because I hope the artists and the people watching right now got to take some information in and to learn, not only how to not per se be an artist, but to get yourself to the next level. Get yourself how to do the simple things, cross your T's and dot your I's, and how to embrace yourself as an artist. You feel me? And just feel free to be yourself and create how you want to create. You feel me?
That's big.
But overall, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Can I get a shameless plug at the?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
So last year I opened my second studio.
Okay.
In Montclair. So if y'all need quality recording, we got 2 studios, one in Moreno Valley, one in Montclair.
That's what I'm talking about.
FullrangeStudioB.com is the one in Montclair. Full Range Studio is my studio in Moreno Valley, man. So tap in.
Yeah, all that.
Thank you.
Y'all already know.